Thanks for tuning in. So today we're going to be talking about, are car dealerships going under? Is it the worst time to buy a car, or are things getting better? Let's talk about the car market for those that need to get a car now. But before we get into it, I'm going to ask for a huge favor from everyone that watches. Smash the like button. Leave some comments down below. Let us know, are you in the car market? Are you looking for a car? Are you currently negotiating? How's the deals going? Let us know in the comments below so I can learn how it's going for you. Maybe I can help by replying, or you can help someone that watches. And if you haven't done so, please really consider subscribing. That really helped the channel. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Should you buy a car right now? Have things gotten worse with inflation at all times high and interest rates at all times high? There's a lot of news out there that's not good right now. When you go on Google, when you go on YouTube, there's a ton of videos from girls and guys that are putting car dealerships are going out of business. They can't sell cars, this and that. And they're just talking about all this doom, right? I think a lot of these videos, people are just trying to make content. A lot of us, especially if you're an adult, right? You know how the dealerships used to look before COVID, at least if you were into cars. It was normal for a car dealership to have a ton of cars. That's not rare. You never went to a car dealership and had an empty lot. So I laugh at a lot of these videos where they say, oh, the car dealerships, that they can't sell cars. Yet when you're driving on the road, how many new cars do you see? They just changed the body style of some of the cars, and I see them already on the road. So I know cars are selling, but definitely sales are down. That's for sure. And obviously with interest rates at all-time highs and inflation, things like that, it's not helping. But what does this mean? With sales going down, it has helped inventories get better. At least in the area I live in, the dealerships are going back to normal where their lots are full like they used to be. Before, they were empty spaces. We were seeing a lot of market adjustments. Dealerships didn't want to budge. You basically either paid what they said or they weren't really interested in helping you. All that's making a 180. Now dealerships know, because sales are dropping, their inventory is getting back to normal, that they need to let go some of these things that they were doing in the past, like market adjustments, these silly packages that a lot of people are not getting. Well, to be honest, in my opinion, no one gets any benefit. These protections on the car, and they're thousands of dollars forcing you to get window tint when you may not want it, or you can get it somewhere else cheaper. They were doing a lot of things that I don't think were ethical. And because they're not selling like before, they're turning around. Now, I don't think that was right of the dealerships to do those things when COVID was around. They shouldn't add protections to cars that we don't need and force you to pay for them. But since things are getting better and you may be in the market, should you buy? My opinion is, if you need a car right now, it's not the worst time. Even though interest rates are all-time highs, they're going to be high at your traditional banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, banks like that. But right now, there's a lot of incentives just to move inventory that the dealership, depending, you have to have a good credit. For example, I'm going to use Ford Motor Company on some of their current cars right now. And these things do change month to month, so it depends when you're buying. But if you go on the website, if you were looking for a Ford or any brand, you go on their website, look at specials, especially if you're looking for new. And a lot of these new cars are having finance specials. And they'll show you their finance specials, they'll show you lease specials, and you start noticing that they're becoming a lot more attractive than they were before. And for example, a Ford right now, sorry, that was the ring, but the Ford Explorer right now, they're doing 0% APR for 66 months, right? But you have to finance with Ford Motor Company. That's not going to be a deal that Wells Fargo is giving you, or Bank of America, or Chase, or these traditional banks. It's actually going to be through Ford. So you're going to have approved credit. But if you're in a situation where your credit's good and you're looking for, let's say, an SUV, boom, that could be a good option right there. 0% interest, where are you going to get that? Also, if you're thinking, well, I don't need an SUV, what about a truck? Well, if you're okay with the 2023, you can get a brand new Ford F-150 that they still have in stock. And if you have approved credit with Ford Motor Company, you can get it at 1.9 for 72 months. That's a great deal, and you're still getting a good discount off the window sticker. Because before, how it used to work, they would say either or, right? It was either get the special APR or get the discount. Now, they're giving you a discount and the special APR. They're doing both, which is amazing. And you might say to me, well, I'm not interested in Ford. I hate Ford, whatever it may be. That's fine. I was just using Ford as an example. Nissan's another example. They're doing special deals. For example, the popular Nissan Pathfinder, a great midsize SUV with a third row, with approved credit, they're doing up to 72 months at 3.9, a great APR. Those are not APRs. Again, you're going to find through your additional bank, so that's going to be through Nissan Financial. But it's another great option, and they're starting to get attractive lease special. Well, there's another one. Even on the Titan, they're going up to 84 months, which I don't recommend doing 84 months. I think the most you should do is 72 months, which is 6 years. I think 84 at 7 years is too long. You're definitely going to probably end up very upside down on the vehicle if you're a person that likes to trade out every 2 or 3 years. So I definitely say stay away from the 84 months, but they're doing a special of 5.9. Now that is a little bit higher, but for 84 months with how rates are right now, that's a good deal. And they're doing that on the lease on Titan to try to get those trucks on the road. So that right there's another deal. I also, you do have to be careful though with these promotions, because some of them are only for 3 years. And let's be honest, a lot of people are not going to finance a car for 3 years. Now, someone may be watching and say, I do that. If you finance your car for 3 years, that's great. But the majority of people do not. And that's what I'm making the video for. But there are companies now doing the 6, 5 years where they're doing the special APR. I saw another one. It was a Hyundai. I think they're doing it for 48 months, but they're doing a 3.9. So basically what I'm trying to say, there's more and more companies are starting to do special APRs. They're not letting these high interest rates get in the way. They're basically, if you go through them, they're going to give you a special APR if you got approved credit. And on top of that, a lot of them are also doing the discounts. So that's not that bad. A lot of dealerships are also getting away from the market adjustment. So I think things are getting better. I know prices are still high, but let's face it, there's some of us that still need a car. There's some of us that still want to get a car, and this helps. Getting rid of those market adjustments, getting rid of those additional protections that you don't need, special APRs, discounts on cars are going to make you get a better deal than before. And they're probably going to get better if you can hold on, in my opinion. Another thing too, used cars are also getting better in prices. Dealerships are sitting on them longer, so they're starting to discount them. And you can see this, you can go on Auto Trader. If you're thinking about getting a car, check out the website. You'll see the cars that are near you, and you're going to see that they are coming down. So it's becoming more affordable to get a car, even though they're expensive. You're getting better deals. So that's another thing I like to throw out there if you do want to go used. But also, if you are thinking about getting a used car that's fairly close to new, let's say it's only a year old or two, compare it to a new one. Because sometimes when a car is only a year old or two, you can sometimes get a brand new car for the same price as used. I've seen that happen a lot. I've worked at a car dealership, so I have experience when it comes to dealerships. Sometimes when a car is only a year or two, it's so close to a new price that you're better off getting new, because on new cars, you get a better APR than you do on used. And a lot of people don't know that. So you're going to get a higher APR on a used car, and you're going to get a lower on a new car. So that could really, if you're doing payments, your payments might be actually lower or the same on the new car because of the APR. So the price difference is not much. Don't just automatically assume that the used car is going to be cheaper, because we're programmed to think that, especially with Instagram and all the ads. People should say automatically go to used. And some cars hold their value better than others. So if you're looking for an economical car like a Sentra, you can go ahead and compare them. A new one versus one that's like 3 or 4 years old, there's not a big price difference. A lot of people say, go buy that 3 or 4 year old car. It depends. Like if it's something that's like economical, it may not make sense. Now, if it's a luxury car, it may make sense. So these are all things to keep in mind. But in my opinion, things have gotten better with buying cars. If you go to a car dealership and they're still doing that market adjustment, don't be afraid to go to another car dealership. I'm going to use, for example, Toyota. Where I live, there's a ton of Toyota dealerships. If I go to one Toyota dealership and I see they got market adjustments, the salesperson's not being great, they're telling me things that I don't really like, I'm just going to get up and leave and go to the next one. Don't just believe everything they tell you at one and compare. So if I start at one Toyota dealership, I'm not afraid to go to another one and compare them to each other. Also, with the computer, a lot of dealerships, not all dealerships, but a lot of dealerships are also willing to work out numbers from your house. Like you can go on the computer, you can call them, and you can do it now from home instead of having to be there at the dealership. And that's my favorite. And to be honest, I buy my Nissan Sentras in Tampa. And I don't even live in Tampa. It's like an hour away from where I live. But they give me the best deals. Where I live, they don't give me the best deals. The deals are not that great. So I go all the way to Tampa, but I know the deal before I get there because I do it online. I talk to the salesperson over the phone. We text message. They shoot me the numbers over the phone. We go back and forth. And if I like it, I go down there. They don't play any games. They give me a great deal. They treat me great. So then I buy it out there. And it makes sense. If I'm saving a lot of money and it's only an hour away, I'll do the travel. It's worth the savings. Money I save is money in my pocket. That's how I look at it. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Please leave me some comments down below what you think. And don't forget, smash the like button. By any chance, if you do Toro, I put in the description box all the things I use for Toro, make my life easier. And again, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.